So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now this video was recorded during the early access for Emerald Coast, so a huge thank you to EW for allowing me to take part in this early access. Now in this video we're going to be taking a look at the red deer. Now with this update the red deer have received some love and they look absolutely incredible now. They look so much better, it is unreal. When I first spotted this red deer, I didn't know what I was looking at. I thought it was maybe one of the new deer species when I saw it from a distance, and then I spotted it and it said red deer. This looks so different to what I'm used to seeing for red deer in this game that it just took me by complete surprise. And we're going to obviously drop this guy. He's not going to go very far from that shot with the 308. And there he just goes down and we will go and take a look at him up close. Wow. Wow is all I've got to say. Oh my gosh. They've obviously had a reskin and I think they've had, again, some work on the face similar to the axis deer and the feral goats. But they just look amazing. That is incredible. That looks so much better. I can't get over how gorgeous this looks. Just everything about it, there's so much detail and the different colours of red. So this is a dark brown. This is what the dark brown red deer look like now. Wow. Just wow. This absolutely took my breath away when I saw it. And I think that they've also had a bit of fur improvement on the mane on the neck. Something about it looks smoother and just better than it did before to me. But just look at that. Look at that. That is stunning. The way that the red and the sort of yellowish orangey tones mix with the darker brown, almost black coloration. That just looks amazing. That is so, so beautiful. And the detail on the face, that looks so much more realistic. That looks so much more alive. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. This was my first one that I saw on the early access. And like I said, I didn't even realise it was a red deer straight away. That's how different they look. And I hope that that comes across in this video because, like I said, seeing it in game, I was like, hold up, that's a red deer? They look amazing. Now we're going to move on to take a look at a different fur type. This time we have a quite big level 7 out here feeding. And once again, we're going to just take him down with the 308. And you can see he's not going very far at all from that shot. And once again, we'll go and take a closer look at him. And wow, you can see this is a different fur type. But again, it just looks so good. The face looks so much better. I can't get over how much better they look. I really can't. The face detail is so much better. So this is your normal brown. So we looked at a dark brown and now this is just a brown. But wow. It looks quite different from the dark brown. There's not so much like sort of dark brown black tones there. But it just looks just as amazing. I'm almost tripping over my words because I was so excited about seeing this. I think they are going to be so much more popular than even they were before. Red deer are up there with being one of the most popular species in game. So many people love them. And when I think people see this, I think everybody is going to love red deer even more because wow, that is just gorgeous. The faces don't look so goofy to me anymore. They look, again, more realistic, more regal, more majestic. Everything about that, that's just incredible looking. That's amazing. And for another different fur type, I actually ended up finding this guy, a 9 legendary red deer. And you can see he's obviously got a very different looking fur type to the two that we just shot. Now, I actually kind of let this guy walk back down this hill towards me in a second, and you're going to see what ended up happening. Something quite unfortunate ended up happening with this particular stag. But as he's walking around, I just wanted to give a moment to just show what these guys look like walking around in this environment, because I think that the animals in this game always look best when they're actually alive and moving around and actually in the environments that they're supposed to be in. And to me, this just looked so awesome. This is so awesome. Just seeing this incredible looking stag moving through this environment, I thought was just amazing to actually see. Now, I quite quickly realised here that he was going into a bit of a dip that I didn't know was there, and that I was not going to be able to get a shot very easily. So I moved around a little bit and finally managed to get a shot angle on him right here. And I took what I felt would be a good frontal shot, but he runs off here and he wasn't going down. You can see he's doing that weird trotting thing that he keeps going into this weird trotting animation that they do when they're wounded, where they're sort of like hunched over a little bit. Yeah, there, he was gonna do it there and then started running again. There you go. And I thought I saw him do that, and I knew straight away I must have messed up. I wasn't sure how, but something obviously went wrong. And I tracked this guy down for ages because he kept spooking, and finally I found him resting nervously in the forest. So finally we're going to actually be able to take this guy down. And it was a cool track to actually track a stag like this through this environment, but I was stressing that he was going to end up dying from that shot. Now, with this rack, I knew he had a chance at trolling anyway, but I always do like to make good shots on animals whenever I can. Obviously, that is something I always try to achieve. But just look at this guy. Taking a look at him on the ground, he's stunning. Unfortunately, he didn't land in the best place, so we will pick him up and take a look at him in the harvest screen. But he is just gorgeous. So this is the light brown fur type. Now, unfortunately, he was a troll at 251.02, but look at the fur. Look at the fur. It's a shame he didn't make diamond. I was a little bit like another troll, because I've had quite a few trolls on this map. But the light brown fur type is so beautiful. Again, instead of like having the darker brown patches like the dark brown had, you've got the light brown patches, which of course makes sense. But they're almost like light brown to sort of a whitish colour on the legs and the face. And I think it just looks amazing. That just looks so much better than the old light browns used to for red deer. That's a heck of an improvement. That is insane. And you can see what happened on the first shot here. I got the dreaded above the heart and between the lungs shot, which is always unfortunate. And you can never do it if you try, but it always seems to happen when you're trying not to have it happen. It's just one of those things. But actually seeing a big stag like this in this environment and seeing how good that they look now, honestly, I think it's so fantastic. And even though he was a troll, and even though it all went wrong, and finally we did get him with that secondary shot here, which was a relief, because like I said, I don't like to mess animals up, and I always hate it if they run off wounded. But actually, him being in this led down position meant that we get quite a nice sort of close-up look at this fur. So it ended up working out, because that view, that's a really gorgeous looking animal. Wow. Just wow. I think that looks so stunning. I really want to get some light brown diamonds, and I'm sure probably once the update happens I've got light brown diamonds that, you know, at the moment they look completely different, and I'll have to go through my trophy manager and find some of these to put in the lodge, because I really like this fur type. The light brown and the dark brown are definitely my favourites, but just something about this particular light brown. I love the sort of whitest patch on the face. I think that looks really nice. That sort of, it's almost like a creamy white colour, and that against the brown, it just looks really nice. And then of course the black nose, it just looks fantastic. Now in the trophy lodge here, we'll take a look at one of the common variants in the trophy lodge, and then we'll take a look at the rares. So starting off with this guy, and this is just the common sort of brown colour, so this is just the standard brown, not the dark brown or the light brown. And just looking at the face details in the lodge, that just looks so much better. It's unreal. That is a majestic stag. Absolutely incredible. And I've said this about a couple of the other reworks. The way that the hair flows looks so much more soft and so much more natural. That is gorgeous. I'm just absolutely amazed by that. So here we have one of my flea state multi-mounts with an albino hind and a melanistic stag. So we get to take a look at the albino here, and you can see it's not just pure white, and unfortunately having the camera glitch here, but it's got sort of some pinkish tones going throughout the fur as well, which just helps to accentuate that it is actually an albino. And you've got those pinkish coloured eyes and that pink nose that definitely shows it's an albino. That is absolutely gorgeous, I think. That looks so much better. And even for the hinds to look so much better, not just the stags, is so important for things like these multi-mounts. Because obviously, if you're going to make this flea state multi-mount, you want it to look good. And now I think it looks a whole lot better. The faces, especially on the hind. I always used to think that the hind in this mount used to look odd whenever you'd make this mount, but now it looks incredible. And taking a look at the melanistic looks so much better as well. I feel like the melanistic now looks more sort of black and grey tones. I felt that the old melanistics kind of had some like bluish tints to it, or at least that's how I felt. It just didn't look quite as good as this. I think this looks a lot better with the greyish tones going throughout the body as well as the dark black. Really, really beautiful. The melas are absolutely stunning. I love melanistic red deer. Obviously a very rare thing to find, and now they look even better. But now we get to look at the piebald. This is beautiful. Now, I don't know if there's any sort of multiple variations for the piebalds or anything. This particular one that I had, it looks like the old piebald, but better. I don't know how else to say it. The pattern is very, very similar to the old piebald, and I will put pictures on screen so that you can compare, but the way that it blends and the way that it looks a whole lot better. You can see that the quality has been improved, and it just looks so beautiful. I think the piebald might be my favourite for the red deer. It looks really gorgeous now. It looks so much better than it actually used to, and I'm really, really happy to see that, because I know a lot of people actually didn't really like the piebald red deer. I actually like them. I think they look really pretty, and now they look just 100 times better. That is so, so, so gorgeous. I think the face detail makes so much difference. I really, really do. Like, aside from the fur quality being improved, seeing the detail in the face, I think makes it look a whole lot better. And then we have an albino stag here on the wall, just to show the albino stag head. And just wow. It looks so gorgeous. Those pink eyes, the pinkish colour in the eyes, I think just sells it. It just looks amazing. That is so gorgeous. That is beautiful. Again, the regal sort of look in the face. That's a proper beautiful animal. The albinos have always been gorgeous. I've always liked albino red deer. But again, the details in the face make them look so much better, and then you add albino on top of that, and they look insane. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with what they've done with the red deer. Honestly, I think they've done a fantastic job. And there's been multiple piebald variants added when animals have gotten reworks, so maybe there's even another piebald variant out there. I don't know. Obviously, I only have limited time in this early access, so I'm not going to be able to discover everything, but this is what the rares look like now, and I think they look absolutely amazing. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching, and please let me know down in the comments what you think about the red deer now. What is your favourite of the common variants that we looked at, your favourite rare? What do you think about the faces now and the fur? I'm really keen to hear what everyone thinks about them, because I honestly was blown away, and I'm super, super happy with how the red deer look now. I said previously that they were one of the animals that I wanted to get reworked the most, and now I'm super happy with them. I think they've done an amazing job. But that is going to be it for this one, so thank you so, so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.